Good evening, everyone. Today is January 16th, 2025. It is a Thursday. Um, what did I do today? Yeah, good evening. This is an evening video log, not a morning video log. I know, lame. Um, what did I do today? Woke up, went and got Yvette and took her to school. This morning at I leave typically around 8:35 to go pick her up just because she's 5 minutes away, and then I just take her to school. We're there in 5 minutes basically. Um, I'm like getting the car ready. I'm like literally a minute from getting done. It's like 8:34, and her mom calls me, and I'm like, I'm not late yet. Like, what's up? So I answer. I was like, Hey, Summer, and she was like, Hey, is Anna awake? And I was like, No, Anna is out cold. She had a friend over last night. She's gone, right? Like they were up till like 2 to 4 a.m. Right? And so she was like, Hey, she agreed to take my mom to her nail appointment today. Would you do it? And I was like, Oh yeah, sure, dude. So I went and picked up Yvette and uh, Anna's mom, so Yvette's grandmother. And then she was like, I didn't want you to have to come all the way back, so I figured I'd just hitch a ride with you. And I was like, dope, right? So we took Yvette to school. On the way there, Sherry called me, and I only like just remembered this phone call, so I still have to text Sherry. She was like, Hey, all of our team photos for my online office were not that good, and we were told like, hey, you can't really use these. Do you have any good photos of you and Anna? If you do, please send them my way. And I was like, sure, dude. Like, I have a couple that I really like that I think are pretty nice. So I'll send them your way. And there's like one that I always use my profile picture, and then one where we like took a picture of it on like a bridge, which I think was really nice. And then there's one where I took a picture of it outside of Stewart's. There's like a nice creek background. It was a really solid photo. That was on my old Android, so I don't even know if I still have that photo. But I still need to send those to her. And then she was like, Hey, I'm going to challenge you. I need you to set 4 appointments today. And I was like, Yeah, sure, totally. And I completely forgot about this because, I mean, later I ended up napping. But yeah. So she's like, Hey, I need you to set 4 appointments today. Do it. Like, get on it. Let me know when you set up. I was like, Cool, yeah. So I have one appointment set for this Saturday morning, and then I have no others. I should have set some today. I didn't. I'll get them tomorrow. And then, hang up there, drop off Yvette. We're driving to drop off Anna's mom at the nail appointment, and I was like, hey, I called Anna. She said that she's sorry that she like didn't pick you up, but she said she's sorry that she didn't like drive you there, but she'll pick you up, right? So I was like, okay, cool. So I go drop her off. I get home, and I was like, hey Anna, you need to pick up your mom from the nail appointment. She was like, yeah, okay. And I was like, great. She's got a mani pedi to probably like an hour or something. I don't know. And she was like, yeah. I was like, okay, cool, whatever, right? So I came in here and started doing insurance trainings. Um, I got lost. I lost track of time. I was watching the video on IUL. Sherry had told me to understand it a little bit better, and then I downloaded Smite 2, which was a mistake, dude, because it's actually kind of fun. And I really don't like that it's actually like, kind of fun. It is a different game for sure, but same premise essentially, and it is fun. Like it is a fun game. So I played that for, dude, League of Legends hours. I hate to admit this on a video log, but it was probably like 3 hours, dude. And it was only like because you have to do the trainings, so it's like training arena against AI, conquest training, conquest against AI. Then I did a regular conquest where we had to do leave, and we like surrendered at 5. Oh, we had two dudes leave, and then we surrendered at 5. And then I was like, okay, that was lame. That was weird. That was a weird one-off. And then I got into another game where all four of my teammates DC like left the game, and it was just me 1v5, and I was like, okay. And it let me surrender in like 3 minutes. And I was just like, bro, what is this game? And then the next one was 49 minutes long, and it was like a really good match. And one of our teammates DC'd, and we were like winning 4v5, and then my teammates quit, bro. And I was just like, all this effort, dude. I was carrying, bro. I was a warrior, I think. I was Hercules, dude. And I actually really like how the 3K potions work in that game because, for those of you who don't know, in Smite you could buy a 3,000 coin potion, which is a ton. That's like a full item. And in Smite 1, it would last for 5 minutes, so 300 seconds, and it would give you 25% physical damage for Hercules, 25% bonus damage against structures or something like that, and it would persist through death. So you could die with it and still retain the power. So in Smite 2, it gives you a flat 75 strength or flat I want to say 120 intelligence. It might be 75, but I didn't like read the intelligence one. I was just doing the strength one. And so it persists through death and stacks and is permanent. So I literally had 225 extra strength at the end of it just because I was grinding, bro. Like I was farming like crazy. I had like 33,000 gold, which is insane for Smite. And just they ended up quitting, and I was just like, y'all are quitters, bro. Y'all are actually quitters. And then I got off and was like, oh, I'm completely exhausted. I'm gonna go to bed. So I went and took a nap before work, and then I got up. Anna drove me to work. While I was doing the insurance training, I had cereal, and then while I was playing Smite, I had a casserole, and then at work I had some of Anna's noodles. I'm hungry right now, dude. I'm hungry right now. But I'll eat something later. And I gotta make these video logs first. I have to do today's evening video log and then yesterday's evening video log. And then, dude, I'm a bop. Yeah, so ate food, ate at work. I might have ramen, bro. I might have ramen. I got on the track of food. And then now I'm fooding now. Also, I have a pile of clothes here, and Skips is laying there, dude, and he's the cutest thing in the entire world. Uh, so yeah, Smite 2 was a blast so far. I actually really enjoyed it. I hope I can find some friends to play with. Um, I did my insurance training, but I did not make any insurance appointments. I'll do it tomorrow. I'm gonna write it down right now. Set 4 appointments. I had some other goals tomorrow. What other goals did I have for tomorrow, guys? Help me out here. Skip ahead 30 seconds in the video and tell me. No, I did that yesterday, I think. I had one other thing that I wanted to do. Oh, I need to send in my foresters. Um, what is it called? Foresters, like drug evaluation or something. Uh, yeah. So basically, just asking when the last time I like drank was, or last time I did cocaine, which I don't do. So easy questions. Those are the two things I need to do tomorrow. I have car parts coming in. I need to buy, it's called like 57Z or something, silicone gel, and then buy brake cleaner. Those are the two things I need for my car right now. And then, frick, what else did I do today? Yeah, work was actually really fun. So I had like one table for the first hour and like three tables the next hour, and then at like 6 o'clock, a table of like two people walked in, like sat down, and I was like, it's kind of weird. So I was like, hey man, what's up? And she was like, I think we have the back room. And I was like, oh, do you? And she was like, yeah, for Stuart. And I remembered vaguely a reservation for Stuart, and I was like, oh yeah, like 15, right? And she was like, something like that. And I was like, cool, go for it, right? And I was like, it's my table, dude. That's sick. And then another table with two came in, and Alexi was like, is that your table? And I was like, I actually just got 15. That's your table of two. So she took her table of two, and I agreed to 15. And they actually ended up being really cool. They all tipped on top of gratuity, which was crazy. Like, I'm pretty sure one tipped me like $15, one tipped me 10, another tipped me 3, another tipped me 2, another tipped me 5. And I was just like, dude, this is crazy. And the gratuity was like $30 or something like that. And they all like tipped on top of it. And I was like, dude, I love it here. This is crazy. So I made like $110 today, for just a 6 hour shift. And I was like, dude, this is sick. Right? And then, yeah, so swept them up the restaurant. Anything interesting happen the whole shift? Not really, no. My boss, my Chinese boss, Edward, I love that dude. He was talking to me about the California wildfires at the end of my shift. And I thought that was really interesting, and it put me on a thought track for my daily thought. So basically, I mentioned that in my first video, like I think that one of the things that I'm really excited about when I am president is I want to redo Social Security, and it's going to take a lot of work. I think I'll have to start redoing Social Security at least 15 years before I even run for president. So for that, I'm looking at 2064 minus 25, 2039. So if I'm not working on, wait, that isn't all right. 2049. Yeah, 2049. So if I'm not working on this Social Security concept by 2050, I don't know that it'll actually end up getting in place, but I have 25 years to figure it out, right? So essentially, instead of having Social Security, which is like a pool of money that kind of comes in and gets divvied out and is really unsustainable, right? It would be a business that it would be a new business model. So an entirely new business model, I think. And so my cousin, the way he kind of explained it was everyone pays into this company and then they're issued out shares for longevity of life. So over the course of your life, you gain different kinds of shares. So every year you gain a certain amount of shares of like class C shares, and then like when you graduate high school you get a certain amount of class B shares. When you buy a first car you get class B shares. When you buy your first house, when you get married, when you have a child, and then it decreases with how many children you have, and then they start getting their own shares at birth. So you're getting shares when you're a child, right? And obviously you don't have access to that money when you're a child, and you don't have access to it until you're 18, and then you can take loans out against it. So you can use it as collateral. So whatever your shares are worth, everyone in America has them. So it's this new form of Social Security that everyone has these shares. You can use them as collateral. And when something like a California wildfire happens, you can donate money by giving your shares, and you don't have to actually give any actual money. You have assets. So the goal of the company is for every single American citizen to have assets, which is really hard to think about nowadays because assets aren't given, right? But if everyone was given these assets equally, it would make way more sense than Social Security because they're giving out money. Money depreciates. If you give out assets, assets appreciate. So if you're constantly giving out assets and people are like, instead of paying into Social Security, they pay into this company, right? It's America's holding company. And so it's literally just holding the funds and backing all the share value. And so people can donate shares to people who lose their home in California wildfires without actually losing any money, right? And then so let's say over the course of your life you don't do anything with your shares, you use them as a collateral loan on like a car, and then you pay off your car, you get a better interest rate because you have collateral, right? And then when you get to retirement age 59 and a half plus, you're able to start using those shares and selling them and like using them as a retirement income, right? Or you can sell the shares off entirely to whoever and end up like putting the money into an account, or how, whatever you want to do. They're yours now. Like they're fully yours. And so it kind of like we were learning about IULs today and how you can have like a cash value, and you can take loans out of the cash value and use it to purchase things and pay back the loan against yourself at a lower interest rate. Because like if you're going to buy a car at 17%, you might as well just take out 20,000 at 5%, buy the whole car, and then pay that back over time with the same rate that you would have paid off the car, but you own the car and have a loan at a much less percent. Like the IUL made sense. And I think that America's holding company could be a huge benefit for people in the future. Absolutely massive benefit for everyone in America. Like truthfully, when he pitched it to me, it was a phenomenal idea, and I genuinely hope he follows through with it because he has my full support in that. And it would be absolutely amazing to replace Social Security with something that will last for more than a generation. Like that's what I want, more than one human lifespan, because it just doesn't work, dude. So it's just unsustainable. And it would be equal. Like everyone gets the same equal amount, right? That's the dream, dude. That's my daily thought. Is we should replace Social Security with something that has longevity. Anyways, I hope everyone had a wonderful January 16th. Good evening, everybody.